Of Rain Day Gaming. My name is Rain Day, and today feels like a day where you get stopped in traffic when you're on the way home, just trying to get home after work, and you have to stand still for an hour, and you're freaking mad, so you come home and you play some Smite, and this is exactly what that day is for me. But I'm doing a God Guide today. I don't give a crap. I'm sorry. You know what? Let me slow down. If you're new to my channel, you're probably like, what the hell did I just walk into? Okay, I'm usually not that amped up. The thing is, well, I am amped up. The thing is, I just had a crazy moment in traffic. I finally got home after a long day of work, and have to go out again and turn around. But, you know, I wanted to get this God Guide together for you guys and take a look at Poseidon today, the god of the oceans in Smite. One of the more better beginner gods for anyone to try out if you're just new to Smite, and I am really focused on having a very good game with him. I'm very excited and hoping to make sure that we go ahead and get what we need done here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off these minions, even though Vulcan thinks he can outpush me. He really can't, but you know, his teammates came over. And we're going to get into this build. I'm going to go pick up my next level of boots. You always want to do that. I should be level 5 very shortly before most of my teammates. I like doing that with Poseidon, getting out to the middle lane, but also helping with that blue buff as well. And then going back to get boots because you're just going to be... Give me that. That's right, boy. Now, what you can see there's a couple things I want to mention, actually, about what I just did there. Oh, no! Got it. Come on, yep. Alright, and we keep the minions. I love it. Thank you, Loki. That's what a Diamond Loki will do for you, baby. That's right. So, we're talking about Poseidon, god of the oceans. You can see he can have a crazy kraken come out of the sea. He's got whirlpools. He's got waves. I mean, this guy is the real deal. He's exactly what you would expect, and I love that the god has stuck to the theme here in Smite. Now, Poseidon is one of the older gods, so you're not going to probably be coming across Poseidon and saying, wow, he looks new, he looks fun. He's a god you've probably seen many times before, so for a lot of you, this will be just more of a review. But for those of you who are new to Smite, just getting it on Xbox or doing something else and just learning the game, I want to walk you through one of the more mainstay gods in this entire game, Poseidon. Now, let me go ahead and get my next item, which is going to be actually Warlock's Sash. Warlock Sash. I'm going to start building stacks on that because one of the things I'll mention in a couple of these points, I go and I'll give you a couple tips, a couple tricks, but then I'll mention just some things and ways and reasons you should build gods certain ways. And Poseidon has a very specific way he needs to be built, I think, for you to have success. And I'm going to talk about that in this video, so stay tuned to that. One of the more looks like that Loki is going in. Oh, definitely got away the right time. Bellona is coming. Let's help disengage there. Okay, Alquan, what do you want? Alright, so... So the Baka jump is down. We do know that. There's an opportunity for us to go in if we need to. Not right now, but it's just something to keep aware of. Once they use their jump, you want to be careful if they put themselves in a situation to be attacked. Any opposing enemy, if they use their escape right away, you want to go ahead and look to retaliate with something as soon as possible if you can. Now, Poseidon is a gankable god as well. He's one of the gods that people feel very comfortable going in on, especially assassins. And you can look at Alquan. He's probably going to be filling that role today on their team. It looks to be a couple of a three-man squad here, while we're all just single men, not in squads together, but on a 5-man team, just meeting each other for the first time. So they should have a little bit of an advantage, but they don't. And it's not actually surprising. I see that a lot. A lot of the teams, when they play Arena at this time, do not have just this impeccable advantage. Wonderful. Oh, he jumped. Oh, no. What a waste of Kraken. Oh, what a waste. Vulcan ult. We're just careful on that. And Anubis is a very gankable god as well. So let's go ahead and pick up our Warlock Sash because we're killing a lot of minions. We want to go back. We want to make that useful. Looks like our Anubis might get taken out here, unfortunately. And then we're gonna go back into the fray. Let's see, who can we help? They look to be attacking a little bit here. Who can we help? That Bellona has her escape, I think. Maybe she used beads. I haven't picked up beads. It's something that I could use, but not necessarily wanting to grab right now in terms of priority. So let's walk you through his abilities. You can learn a little bit more about Poseidon. Poseidon, like I said, is god of the oceans. He's a very AoE heavy god. He's a pretty average god to pick up and play. Very good, very beginner friendly. So if you are a beginner, and sorry about that, Loki, I shouldn't have taken it. If you are a beginner and you do want a god to just pick up and play and have a decent experience with, Poseidon is a great god for that. And I think he's somebody to definitely be considering. One of the things about Poseidon is that I find he's not great at dealing with people up close. He's got a lot of great long distance, and I think he's best played at medium to a long range, away from the fight. And he's not the best initiator. Well, he's a good initiator, but he's a fantastic follow-up. He's somebody that, in tandem with somebody else's abilities, in tandem with like for instance, the Vulcan cripple that just happened, crippling that Vulcan after Tyr went and used his ability on him. That is a key moment for, you know. Oh, we got the Bakasura. There we go, baby. That makes up for me missing my ult on him. So we're 3-0-2. I love that. We're 7-1. We're up by about 30 points and about 2,000 gold. So let's keep this up. I'm very happy about that. That's very, very nice. This has to go well. This is the only time I have to record this, so it really needs to go well. Let's see. What do I want to grab now? I'm going to go with Rod. Actually, yeah, man. I don't know. I just think Rod is so powerful. I want to go with it as a second item to just maximize the stack I get on Warlock Sash. I'm building 100 stacks, okay? So that's a lot. And each stack is going to give me some more magical power. It's going to give me some more magical power and some more health. And so that's going to be compounded by the 25% extra magical power from the Rod of Tahuti. So I'm just going to be getting that much more effectiveness from that single item, and in total all of my items. So it's a good pick, I think, second, even though I usually get that a lot later. And like I said, you know, oh, Baka. No. Oh, got away. Very good. Crippled. He should be gotten. Very nice. Oh, didn't get Ao Kuang. Yeah, I couldn't get him, unfortunately. I would have risked the exact same thing that happened last time. Hopefully this Baka doesn't jump on us. But I don't think he will. Alright, nice. And so let's talk a little bit about his abilities. Poseidon, like I said, is a very good god, I think, to follow up. He's a great teammate. He's not the guy that I want to get caught, you know, with a Bakasura or a Loki on my back, unfortunately. And I think he's not as good as some mages at controlling a situation, although he does have some nice control elements with his Whirlpool. His cripple on his Whirlpool is definitely one of his most famous and important aspects of his kit. And we'll discuss that a little bit more, but when you really look at what Poseidon stands out for, it's his Kraken, and it's his number 3, his Whirlpool right here. So let me talk to you a little bit about his passive. His passive is called Changing Tides, at least from my memory. Yeah, Changing Tides. And let me just read it to you. Poseidon's movement speed increases, and his abilities do additional damage as his tide level increases. Successful basic attacks increase his tide, and using abilities decrease it. So what that means... Well, didn't see me coming, did ya? So what that means is, as I hit a basic attack, you'll notice that my tide meter is increasing. It is down here above my head. And as I use an ability, and I'll show you what that looks like right now, my tide meter decreases. So now I have no tide meter. And so what you do is basically you get some added benefits if you're able to have that happen, and then use your tide at an appropriate time when it's full. You also get some extra speed as well. So it's basically like if you use it when it's full, you'll get some If you use it when it's full, you'll get some extra speed and just in general. And I'll show you what that. It's actually very powerful. The speed that you gain. Okay, so she used her movement. She locked me down, so I couldn't basic attack. But this Vulcan should. Oh no. Yeah, he should be. Oh no. All right, so once you get it up, and a great way to get it up, I'm just trying to see if there are any buffs here, but I'll show you with the minions. A great way to get it up is to put your 2. There's no minions now. Put your 2 and go in someone's face, right? And hit all 3. Oh, get got. I hope Aokong isn't around. But and that is really the only way Poseidon can defend himself really well, in my opinion. You just have that whirlpool, and you have the Kraken. That guy tried to get me, but obviously I Kraken right in the center of myself, which means he's gonna come in, and in the center of that he's gonna get stunned, or he's gonna leave me with some extra time, which probably would have been smarter in his case. This Bologna is mad aggressive. So, like I was saying, to get it up, it's a great way to do it is to put on your 2 and go up to a bunch of minions, go into their face, because each successful basic attack. So watch, I use all 3. I'm getting 3 successful basic attacks. When if I'm just hitting him from a distance and I'm trying to shoot one at a time, that's going to take a while to fill that up. So you can fill that up very quickly that way. Let's see what stop messing around, Alquan. Great, I love it, I love it. So this Alquang next to me is not what I want. Definitely not a good 1v1 situation. And so we'll get back in here. So let's talk about his number 1. His number 1 is very self-explanatory. It's a really easy to understand ability. It's a damaging ability that when it hits you, it pushes you back. So it's a slight knockback. Has a slight knockback to it, and it's nice to kind of disengage, to disrupt. It's not a huge, like, don't consider it like a big knockback. It's not like Bacchus, you jump and you knock up and it's like, oh man, this is, I feel like disoriented a little bit. It's just really, curbs your movement for a while. So don't plan on just having, oh man, I knocked him back and now he's. Oh yeah, love that. Basic attack to death. Uh-oh. No! Alquang, no! Damn! 7-1. Damn it. I knew that was bad. The second it started happening. So I'm going to move into actually Gem of Isolation, which is a great item, and I think something we can afford to get right now. It's hugely effective on Poseidon with his Whirlpool, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Like I said, his number 1 is a pushback, his knockback. His number 2 is an ability that activates it. I think it's called his Trident. I think it's called Trident. Basically, the ability gives him, Poseidon activates his Trident, granting move speed and making his basic attacks fire 2 additional shots. The shots deal magical damage plus 20% of his magical power. So the shots. Oh, wow. He blinked out of that? Wow. Looked like he blinked into it, Smite. You dumb Smite. Should have died. Who's over there saying who dies and who doesn't in the back end of this computer, huh? Who's behind my computer telling him that he gets to live when I say he dies, huh? Who makes them types of decisions around here? I like this Anubis, by the way. I really do. Very nicely. Yep. That's what you get. Give me that. Come on. Still need to get minions. Oh yeah. Man, that Vulcan turret does not feel too good. I'm glad we got him. So it's a really nice when you're in a position like you activate your number 4. So you do your ultimate, and then you go ahead and you throw the combo with Poseidon is you activate your number 4, you do your ultimate, and then once and you put your whirlpool down. Right? You put your whirlpool down so they're crippled inside it after the stun. They can't move. They have to take that whirlpool damage. Then you activate your number 2 and you can get some free shots on them. Or if you're just poking somebody and trying to get that extra little bit of damage, you can usually hit them with 2 abilities. That's with 2 shots. Now that's a very, very nice thing to be able to do. Oh man. Did he use it? Oh, he became immune because of his ultimate or something? Wow. I feel like I should have killed him there. I really feel like that should have happened. Anywho. Wow, they both used all their movement speed abilities. There you go, look at that. That's a great example of how that can cause some serious damage. And I'm glad, oh. Oh. Come on, come on. Oh man, yeah, we gotta get out of here. There's nothing for us here. There's nothing for us here. Activate my movement speed. Go ahead, get out of there. Whew. Trying to go hard. All right, now I got my Gem of Isolation. That looks good. His number 3 is obviously his Whirlpool. The most important part about the Whirlpool is it's a cripple. Ah, damn it. Jeez, man. Come on now. This is crap. This is real crap. 10 and 2. This is poop. And hopefully you understand the Whirlpool is a huge aspect of Poseidon's game. Poseidon summons a Whirlpool at his ground target location that cripples targets, preventing movement abilities, and pull targets towards the center. So not only is it damaging, it prevents them from using any movement ability when they're in there. So you can't teleport, you can't dash, you can't jump. It's really amazing to lock somebody down. So imagine you get hit with a tier pull, and then obviously or a tier, you know, he does his little combo. I don't know what tier is. What do you even call that? Just beating someone's ass with a sword? I mean, I guess that's kind of what you call it. And then you do that into a Whirlpool, and then they can't move. They got to take that damage, and then everyone can just hit them, right? Or maybe a Hercules. Great example. He has a Diving Strike, his stun ability. You stun them, and then they're stunned for a second. You throw the Whirlpool underneath. They can't get out. They're trying to walk out, especially with Gem of Isolation on there. It's very hard for them to get out. It could almost be a death sentence. So like I said, by himself, it's not like that amazing of an ability, but with a team ready to follow up, it's huge and very, very effective. Now lastly, his ultimate, which you've been seeing, is the Kraken. The big deal about that is if you land it in the middle, it will stun, which is great. Oh wow, Bologna hit me with the... So if you land in the middle, it will stun, and it will allow you to then combo up with your Whirlpool underneath them. So then they're stunned, they can't move, and then you can go ahead and activate your number 2, and actually use your number 1, throw that wave into them, so they'll be getting your Whirlpool damage. They won't be able to move, they'll be stunned, and they'll use the Kraken damage as well as get hit by the number 1. I got the Save the Earth emoticons, which is awesome. Happy Earth Day, everybody. And I'm just gonna finish lastly just describing this one component to Poseidon that I wanted to mention before we end this video. Let me show you guys my stats here. Go ahead. And I got player damage, not bad. Anyways, guys, I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Honestly, it must not be that important if I couldn't remember it. But I hope you guys enjoy the video for Poseidon. I want to keep this kind of quick and short, and obviously I have to run, but I want to get this video out to you guys. make sure that you had some more content coming out from Rain Day Gaming. And as always, remember to like, remember to comment, remember to share and subscribe to the channel if you're just watching and checking this out. Also, follow me on Google+. It's a great way for us to connect, and you can catch all the updates and new information coming out regarding the channel and new videos. And you can even vote on stuff like, what video do you want me to make? That'll play into some other things I'm going to be doing as the channel grows in terms of user involvement. So thanks again, guys. We're almost at 150 followers, 148 last time I checked. Let's get to 150 and celebrate. That's an awesome achievement, and we're just in the beginning. So thank you guys so much. Again, this is Rain Day. Thanks so much for watching. As always, never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you next time.